we gonna. But this is the thing. I honestly don't care how much the RJ apologizes or strategy. You said nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You said how you really feel, how you really felt. The alcohol was in you, and you bought it, and you just said what you said. Now, I know RJ, and I know RJ's probably watching the video right now and probably saying, you know what, fuck that nigga, I'm gonna get him. But all I can say is, you gotta bring some ass and kick some ass. So if that's what you really want to do, we can do that. But it ain't gonna go that route. You know what I mean? But I honestly think that he gotta. There's no coming back from that. That nigga word is killed so many careers, people's career. And honestly, I think it killed his career. What's going to happen is, Jesse is going to have to, separate himself from RJ publicly and just let RJ keep on doing what he do behind the scenes.
We know you can look at that John Pass stuff like we've been talking about all week, and you can tell that that's RJ written all over.
Yeah, that's.
So
that's
he's gonna be doing it. He's gonna be trying to do it in the the dark scene, but he's still with JMX. Hey, we call JMX JMX Gonzoe, and then we ain't trying to break up this relationship because we know he's cool. But his boy RJ Pons got on the show with us, right? And and he got so mad at one of the people that were tapping him, and we all gonna get tapped, Gonzoe. You gonna get tapped, but we can't look at it.
Right.
I get tapped on this show. Lord believe if I go in on Jay Mix show, I'll really get tapped over there. And then even a few of real, not the elite people, not the elite group, but this other family, they kind of tap me. So we all get tapped. But we was getting tapped, right? Because, we was killing it. We did like a 4-hour stream just talking about all that bullshit, and you killed Pac bullshit, right?
Right.
I was just answering all these questions, going at it. We're going back and forth, telling different versions and everything. And he got so mad at one of the people that was talking about him on the board. He said, I forget what he said, but anyway, and John probably can get it. And we got it. It's on Rail Show and it's on our show, Bomb First. But he said, shut up, you nigger.
Oh, no. Hey, all you got to do, Go watch the video. It's up on my page, and you'll hear him personally say "nigger." It's on my video titled "Your favorite YouTuber says the N word."
Yeah. Now you know me. You know me. Everybody think I'm this hard, tough guy and all that, and I'm not. And you know me. I've been trying to say, "Come on, man, come back over here. Let's clean it up." Man, we're gonna help you clean it up with the people.
Right.
Shit. He's like, fuck y'all. I ain't talking to y'all. Y'all ruined my career. And we like, fuck, ruin your career. You said it.
Yeah.
I'll see your ass in 5 years, Reggie. I'll take my shit back in 5 years because your ass going to jail for 5 years. I said, okay, RJ. Whatever. You want to keep it like that? All right. It's all good.
Ain't no coming. It's funny that we on this topic because I was just, I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I was thinking like, it's a lot of white people that's cool, you know what I mean? But they're human. So what really goes on in their head, you know what I mean? And sometimes what's in the subconscious mind comes out like that. I mean, RJ, he said what he felt. You know what I mean? If he said that, oh man. And let y'all catch them and say that shit on the interview. Oh my God, It's over.
It's over. Hey, but the bad thing about it, Gonzoe, and I know you don't be following this that much. We was on the show talking about. I was trying to get him to apologize for calling the guy Ben Crump a monkey. I was like, man, you need to apologize for that. You losing a lot of viewers because people know you said it, and you need to clean this up, dog. I was like, you need to clean this up and, just apologize to the people. People, everybody fuck up. And, just explain why you said it and apologize and move on. I said, everybody ain't going to forgive you, but you may get 20-30% of the people that will. Oh, no, I didn't say that. I said birds. All right, bro. All right. And then later on in the interview, we talking and going over his different bullshit theories and, he trying to sell his DVD and all that. And And then, anyway, he later on, he didn't get mad at me. Well, now he's mad at me, and I didn't say it, but he's mad at me now. You know, he think I set him up or whatever. But anyway.
You can't set nobody up to say that shit.
Exactly.
Well, you can't set nobody up to say that.
You let Jesse attack your boy. you attack your boy just because I was throwing a jab at him. And we're gonna clear it up. We're gonna talk about it, and then y'all can take it where y'all want to take it or whatever. But me and Gonzoe are cool now. So I know y'all, you know, people get mad and say, "Oh, y'all ain't cool." Okay, whatever. Me and him know what's up.
Man, we always been cool. You know what I mean? But things get said, and people gonna defend themselves. That's human nature. You know what I mean? But as far as me having a problem with him, I'm not gonna let the internet just act like it's something that it's not. Like, that shit ain't never been a problem. It ain't a problem right now. You know, we off that.
Exactly. Well, I guess you don't even talk about it. That's what you said. That's what it is. We ain't going to even go into it. So, you know, I just, you know, like I said, I'm one of those that believe. I guess we're on call this whole week. March, y'all call it March Madness. I'm be this Reggie Apology Week. And I apologize with you. I apologize with you this week, so I'm saying it. I said it over the internet, so I apologize over the internet.
And you know, I said some shit too that, you know, just out of the reaction.
Some shit. You said a whole bunch of
a whole lot of shit. You know what I mean? But I want to apologize for that too. You know what I mean? But I had to defend myself. That's just a normal human reaction, just as he did. So, you know, that's why.
Like I said, you was listening to JMX because we put salt on it. You never said that, and so, but in my opinion, I think you was listening to JMX, and he put salt on it because all I said was he wasn't around. Shit, you could have said, nigga, you was only around him for 9 months, which is true. You only knew Pac for 9 months.
Well, but, I mean, we all. I mean, honestly, I did too. You know what I mean? That's. You know when he got out, we went on that. I mean,
right on the tour
from that point
in Louisiana.
Exactly. From that point till you know, till he passed out, till he passed away. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, again, this internet shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's a lot of people that's really just keeping some shit going that's really not that. You know, they're complicating some shit, putting all these conspiracy theories and shit, and at the end of the day, it's just all for a check. You know what I mean? And if they could use Reggie's name, my name, or whoever else's name to get people to click on the fucking story, that's what they're going to do, regardless if it's true or not. So, you know, it's funny how, you know, RJ, I always thought of him as a private detective type of guy. But then, you know what I mean, if you know what I mean, like doing your research like that, like on some private detective type of shit. So I'm like, how does he fit into all this puzzle? I mean, this puzzle, like, I never understood that. But it's funny how if you let somebody talk, my family said, just let him talk. You don't always interrupt him. Let him talk. He gonna say something that's, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker said, nigga. What?
He said it. He said,
no,
he didn't say nigga. He tried to say he said nigga, which I don't even know why he thinks that's cool. And that's what, you know, I try to tell rappers and people and us as black folks, we got to watch it around our white friends when we use that word because they think it's acceptable. Because he really said, I didn't say nigger. And I said, with the E, I said nigga. I said, nigga, no, you didn't. And I just said it.
Right.
I know people, but, you know, that just come off our words. That just come off my tongue. I don't mean anything by it.
Context, though. It's the context. You know what I mean? He said it in the context of being derogatory towards whoever said it. And you know, he knows as a middle-aged white man, like, that's ridiculous that he would use that as a defense. You know what I mean? I haven't heard it, but, you know, none of my white friends got the pass to say nigga.
They can't say it. They just can't.
Nope.
You just can't.
Nope, not in the rap song or nothing.
Man, as much as we love Eminem, and y'all know black audience love Eminem, because we certified him, and then y'all went and bought all the records, which y'all do for everything.
Yeah.
Certified. I mean, the black certified, and the white, y'all go and support it like a motherfucker. And so we did Eminem like that, right? When he said it. And much as we love him, and I love Eminem Day, I don't turn when Eminem come on. I love him. Okay, Mr. True Boy, you don't like Eminem, but I do. But anyway, yeah. Hey, Easy 808. Oh man, see, I wish y'all boy JMX stopped putting up those bullshit ass videos and stuff like that. We got to get him in contact. That's why I told Real, I said we got to get RJ back in the game because Easy 808 and the Road Killer and motherfuckers like that, they keep coming over here and trashing our board and talking head about us doing bullshit out because they bored. They won't go over there.
We gonna say this though, and I've never been the one to bite my tongue, but a lot of that audience, I was saying it for a long time, a lot of that audience is racist. So a lot of them, they cool with the RJ saying the nigger word, so it didn't bother them. If RJ came back tomorrow and went over there and did several videos, shit, them motherfuckers would love that shit. Real talk, they would. And they would accept him in with open arms and say, okay, we forgive you. You didn't say nothing wrong type shit. I've been saying this shit.
I heard he lost 1,000 viewers one day, and the next day went back up 2,000.
Right.
Yeah, because those were the racist people. Exactly. Yeah, those were the racists is coming in because they want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay, well,
exactly.
Right.
Because he's infiltrated. He's infiltrated a circle that is sacred to us. You understand? And it's crazy for him to even he shouldn't even have that word in his thought process. He should know his boundaries. And if you talking about anything that's linking yourself to Pac in a positive way, you know what I mean? That word right there, that's a death sentence. You know what I mean? But now, it's sort of like a double agent. Like, this shit is sacred. You know what I mean? It's the white man, middle-aged white man, forgetting the Tupac circle and fool us, nigga. It's, you know what I'm saying? And still have that mind frame. It's sort of like a slap in the face, like I told you, these niggas wasn't that smart, or excuse me, these niggers was, you know what I'm saying? In actuality, it's just, it takes a minute for motherfuckers to actually break trust with a motherfucker that ain't really done nothing to us. You know what I mean? Conversations have to be broke down and be like, what? You said what? You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's strike two. Okay, now that's strike three. Now we got to talk about it. Feel me? So,
right.
Niggas saying that nigger, come on, bro. You can't really get no pass for saying that. It's really no explanation for saying that. Not RJ. He ain't Puerto Rican, Dominican. Feel me? I take an Asian motherfucker like my nigga Big Baller, right? He be saying nigga all the time, and I don't really, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga though. You feel me? But he live in LA with me, like they're doing nigga shit, but not fucking RJ. Like, nah, nigga, I ain't finna go in my lawyer's office. He like, what's up, my nigga? Like, what?
Yeah.
Hell no, nigga. That's what RJ looked like. Like, he looked like a private investigator type, lawyer, accountant type nigga. So he shouldn't be using the word nigga. He should be using very professional words and taking that approach. But trying to be one of the homies and shit and I said nigga. Like, what? That's nigga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I got y'all, and I don't want to spend too much time on them.
Fuck RJ now. Yeah, I ain't fucking with RJ now, nigga.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You a racist, nigga.
So what you working on, Gonzo? I just talked to Wacky about to call in. Cool. Yeah. But what you working on right now, Gonzo? Tell the people what you working on.
Right now, I'm working on. I got a compilation with 35 songs on it. People from all around the world. You know what I mean? It's called 50 Niggas. It'll drop. It'll drop Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Definitely gonna chart. We got hella pre-orders up already. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's on it. But I'm really working on my Killmatic project is coming out in the summer with Tech 9 on it. I got Al Pacino on it. I got a plethora of people on it. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of features on there, but I'm not really sure what all songs is gonna make it yet. Just because a nigga got a big name don't mean that I'm gonna use the song. You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna drop something on Tuesday and don't have the album finished yet?
Oh no! The album on Tuesday is finished.
Oh, that one's finished. Okay, you got
that's two. A compilation. But my Killmatic project is gonna drop in the summer, and I'm not done with that shit. I'm you know, like in the finishing stages of that.
Yeah. Hey, so we on some hate noble shit right now. We are. We don't want to be on that.
Fuck noble.
We are, but we are.
Noble.
But I'm asking, how did that come across? Well, and I don't remember. Matter of fact, I wasn't even in the loop like that then. I was just still security then. So, how did you get pulled off the Hail Mary song? Because as I remember hearing something about you was on that originally. Do you know the politics behind that? Because I know you still be talking to. Is it because Ice Cube wasn't going to approve it, or what?
Nah, man, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Actually, it was. It was. I don't really even know the politics behind.
You don't know
it,
what happened.
But I know. I
know Pop fuck with you. I know it's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't that because I got on the song "Die," and I got on the song "This Life I Lead." And what happened was I got a deal on Priority. Shout out to my nigga Ben Baller. I got a solo deal on Priority with the contingency of, you know, Pac being on my album. You feel me? So Pac was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to be on this album. So those songs was originally supposed to be mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when Q found out about the shit, he kind of like got Ben fired because Priority signed. You know, he didn't have me sign as a solo artist. So he told him that they would never get an Ice Cube album if they put my album out. So they ended up selling my contract to Mercury, and my shit came out on Polygram Mercury. And you know, that's how all that shit happened. Sharitha worked it out to where I didn't get dropped, and she made him give me some more money. You know what I mean? So I ended up winning. He was just mad, and it, you know, it was a really bad look on him because we was just some kids trying to eat. He was already rich at that time. He got Ben fired, and just, it was a messy situation. You know what I'm saying? But Sharitha made it all good by, you know, getting me some money out of the whole shit. Some more money, I should say.
Yeah, matter of fact, Sharitha, I got to get you on the phone later on in the week. You know, just on a private conversation, because she was like, Reggie, what's going on with you and Gonzoe? That was a good young man. I like Gonzoe a lot. I like him and Carl.
She did. She said that on the phone with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so This Life I Lead, I ended up on that song, but that's the song that I got took off. And what happened was Athene had called me, and her lawyer, Adina, had called me and was saying that they wanted to put T.I. and Ashanti on the song and use the song for the Pac's Life soundtrack.
Oh.
And I was like that. She said, but you're still gonna get your writers and you're still gonna get your publishing.
That's what I'm trying to explain to people. The one thing that the state did, even though when we took FKG and put her on one of the songs and all those people, the people that was originally on the song, they still paid. They still made their money. They still got the publishing and everything. That's what a lot of people don't know about the song. Even Top Dog, when we put Top Dog on Snoop verse on that All About You, Snoop still got his money and still got paid. You know, whatever the state was going to pay him. I don't know. Y'all always get on us about artists saying that they wasn't paid on the Pac stuff and all of that. What y'all don't know is they get their checks from who?
Man, I know I got paid on everything, and I still get paid to this day. And shout out to T.I. and Ashanti, because shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just business, man. You got to keep throwing shit at the wall. Something's going to stick. You can't be all personal and emotional about the shit unless the nigga costs you.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, y'all go ahead and talk. I'm going to call and make sure my boy Wack got the right phone number. And so,
okay.
John, there he is now.
Yeah, nigga, that's my nigga right there, though. Wack, nigga, we got, if the wall, nigga, we got stories.
Hey, what's up with you, bro?
Huh?
It's me right here.
Yeah, we heard you. He said, what up, what you got?
We heard you.
Man, I'm chilling, brother. Just chilling, man, on my way to Dick's Sporting Goods to give my son a parachute to get his speed up for these niggas.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so Wack Deuce is on the phone, y'all. I don't know if y'all been following it.
Deuce.
We mainly did this, the calm, real his followers out. He got like, I don't want to say a cult, 'cause that ain't the right word. But he got a group of people that follow him. The family. They worse than a family, because my family don't fight like his people. My family be like, oh, okay, you going to jail, huh, Reggie? Okay. Yeah, but anyway, they've been on my boy Wack, and I was like, what the hell? What's going on? And Wack was like, man, what's up? What I'm waking up to? And so I said, Wack got on the phone themselves, because they communicate with each other, and they worked it out. But then I still was like, wait a minute, hold on, because I'm in the family and I'm reading that shit. I was like, wait a minute, we got to do something. Y'all got to talk. Y'all got to let everybody know it's all good. So y'all go ahead and talk and tell everybody what's up, and then I'll let
let's tell the politics.
Let's tell the
politics of it all.
Yep. Go ahead.
Let's tell the politics of it all. What happened was, my manager got a call at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, from somebody blowing my manager up, and my manager is like, "Yo, what's up? This person really needs to talk to you. Who is Cat? I'm not gonna, keep her name a secret. It's Cat Eyes Philly." Who got in contact with my manager and said, yo, they need to she need to get in touch with you real bad. It's real important. It's real important, right? So I'm like, motherfucker, it's like 6:30 in the motherfucking morning and you calling me, but somebody got to tell me something that's important. Is it chat? That's the only thing that could be important this time of morning. Somebody calling me to get in contact with me. So I get in contact with Cat Eyes, really like, what is going on? So she like, yo, White Dukes ain't no good. I'm like, what you mean White Dukes ain't no good? Holla at me, baby. Talk to me. Really? Well, he hit me up, on the FaceTime thing, and just was basically like, yo, I was trying to shoot his shot. I was just basically saying, go
give me one
family.
I gotta say bye-bye to somebody. Bye-bye, Yeezy 808. Bye, motherfucker.
Fuck you, Yeezy 808. And suck my dick, Yeezy 808. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, now here we go right here. Okay, so, I'm just basically like, well, yeah, he tried to shoot his shot, this and that. I'm like, okay. And Noble family, that's who he rolling with. He ain't doing, you and him, y'all have something set up. He ain't gonna do that with you. Because Noble don't want him to do it, and he said he ain't gonna do it. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. So then, bam, she hit me with this famous line. She told me that Gonzoe said this shit before, and she told me that Wack Deuce said this same shit. But then I'm thinking back, wait a minute, motherfucker, you saying this same exact shit before any of these guys even came into the picture of how you felt about Reggie, right? And you was making him very known about Reggie. So how you felt. Now, all of a sudden, these niggas is saying the exact same shit that you saying. So I had to think about that, like, wait a minute. 2 and 2 ain't adding up to 4. You know what I'm saying? This shit adding up to like 16. So, me and Wack, I hit Wack up on the content of what she was saying, like I say, on that Tuesday or whatever. And Wack, it was a situation where we just got a misunderstanding. We got the communication, cross, he didn't get at me in a timely manner. And, he was also probably looking at me to get with him at a timely manner, and it just didn't happen. So, I just say, you know what? It's Friday. I ain't heard from Wack. You know what I'm saying? Let me go on and say what I had to say about it. And, because now it's going to make me go at Noble even 10 times harder, because that was my whole mission. It's like, okay, Noble, you want to play this game, so let me really attack your bitch ass the way you need to be attacked. And, and that's how I went at it. And then, bam, the phone call started calling in, the realest call. Yo, Real, what up, man? Calm down. What's going on? And I'm like, nah, really, it ain't at my man. If you really listen to the video, it's directed mainly at Noble. And that's what it's at. So Reggie called me. What's up, man? You got me woke up to this. You got me woke up to that. But I'm like, well, we done already squashed it. Me and Wack done Now talk. Who that coming in?
No, that's Gonzoe, right?
Okay.
Yes,
All right. So yeah. So me and Wack, we done sat down. We done chopped it up. We done said what we said on it, and he said, "Nah, man, it wasn't even like that." And he broke it down there, but it was on some groupie shit on her end, right? So I'm like,
let me tell you what happened, man. I didn't call that lady.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought that she works for you. Because when you added me on the Facebook thing, everybody was saying you work for your family, right? And she did the same thing. And I just said, okay, I appreciate the love, right? And then my fucking the little video shit was wrong. I didn't even answer it the whole time. I didn't know who it was, and I couldn't tell no shit. I was doing music or whatever. And then it stopped, like, you call, like, ended or whatever, and you call right back. So I mean, what the fuck is this? And I answered it. And I could tell her, their grandson no good. I was fucking with I'm married. And even if I wasn't, I wouldn't be smashed her.
Yeah.
But, so I answered it like, hello? And she's like, hey, we just wanted to welcome you to the family, man. And we appreciate it. And I'm like, all right, you sound good, She asked me, like, oh, how close is me and Fatal? And, like, some other shit. We ain't talking about no Reggie or nobody else. And let me say something about that. I know Reg put us all together. Why the fuck would I tell somebody who I'm thinking working with you, I ain't fucking with you, and you don't fuck with this person? That's crazy. But it is right. I was wrong a couple of minutes. She said some weird shit to me, so I ain't just say she was trying to shoot a shot, but it wasn't nothing about what we got going on, really. She asked me what I like to do for her.
Hey,
you sound muffled, baby. You sound.
Yeah, we got you.
You sound muffled, Wack, dude.
Right, your phone kind of messed up. Your phone kind of messed up.
Yeah, your phone. Yeah, sound muffled. Is it better?
Okay, it's better now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the weird one, I kind of threw me off. Well, I felt like it was some groupie shit because I told her, we all tight, just like I said on the show. And then she said, hey, well, yeah, that's cool, okay. Well, what you like to do for fun? So I'm like, what I like to do for fun?
Uh-oh. That woman too old for you. Don't you know she your grandmama?
Man. Right.
Hey, Jersey, you used to hearing that type of DMs, huh? Maybe she been hearing DMs for somebody's mother. I saw some DMs where somebody's mama was coming at a nigga like that. Like, man, that woman.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do I do for fun? And she was like, yeah, I mean, but that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, bro. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to do why, you know what I mean? So it tripped me out when Ray, you sent me a message, you was like some shit, what do we do? I said, I never said no shit like that. I never said I wasn't going to do what we already said we was going to do. I don't know where the hell it came from, because I never had a conversation like that with nobody, you know what I mean? I did say, no, whatever we don't know, but I'm like, wait, what? So fast forward a couple of days, like I said, due to time management, we didn't get together, and I hear niggas, hey man, they got to talk about you sending messages to some lady or some female. I'm like, what? Nah, man, I ain't never. Before I was married, I ain't never taken this.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Wack, we all heard you, but they had a little hard time hearing you because the phone was a little muffled. But the bottom line. Bomb First Family and 313 Family and, family is real and Wack is all good. It was a big misunderstanding when somebody got in the middle of some stuff and was throwing some gasoline on some fire. And it mainly was because I think her hatred for me, but it's all good because she was a big JMX supporter. And she never could say
she was.
Real was cool. And me and Real was cool. And so I hate that it went down.
The only reason why I even took the call initially because I didn't know who it was, so I didn't answer when it sounded like not even 10 seconds to call. Right back.
Hey, Wes, you always, your voice always the strongest on here, and we got to get you on a better phone or a better location because.
Yeah, let me talk about
something. You're going to be mad at yourself when you hear this over.
Because you sound like you on the water, baby. Yeah. Like you on the water.
Yeah. Man. So we're gonna hold up with you and Real. We're gonna let Gonzoe talk a little bit more because I don't want to, because Gonzoe got a big audience out there, and we want to get him on and off. But for y'all that just joined the party a little late, what me and Gonzoe just saying, hey, we ain't gonna talk about it because I don't want y'all going looking for it. And you know, me and Gonzoe are good. I said some stuff to him I said something that was directed at somebody else, and we took it the wrong way. So we calling this show the Apology Show.
Yeah.
Gonzoe apologizing to each other, and Real and Wack is working their shit out. And it was all about, well, no, we ain't going to call it the Apology Show. We're going to call it the Misunderstanding Show. And I'm sure y'all come up with some better words for me later. But, yeah, so for all of y'all that's out there that think that me and Gonzoe will see each other when he have a bad day, nah, he done had a bad day and he all good.
No, man, you know what? On some real shit, the whole thing with me, man, I'm trying to get this money up. Feel me? Like I'm back. I'm back.
We gotta talk about that too. So don't forget to let's talk about that other situation, that great idea you had.
Gotcha. Hey, can y'all hear me better now, Rich?
Yeah,
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're a lot better now.
Oh yeah.
I'm just back to the basics, man. Like it's a whole lot of nonsense that people are focusing on. You know what I mean? And leaving a whole lot of money on the table. You know what I mean? And cats like RJ, they not missing none of it. You know what I mean? They getting all of it and creating the conversation. You know what I mean? Creating the conversation, keeping the conversation going, turning us in. I mean, it's a whole thing that's going on right now. I mean, I don't want to say the word because it's evident, but it's a book by Damon Dash that just got put out called Culture Vulture. And it's like the coldest shit in the world, and it's explaining how.
I don't use that word.
You know, I mean, we've been saying it. We've been saying it. You know what I mean? Everybody's been saying it, but it hasn't been broke down in the text yet, so you can read it and identify with people like a sickness. You know what I mean? And you know, it's like and it's a sickness to some degree. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like a con man sickness. To where he really think he got us fooled. You know what I mean? But it could be just the same of Tupac or Bigfoot. It didn't matter. You know what I mean? It's just something of interest. But this is not something that he really give a fuck about. He could never say that word if he really gave a fuck about it.
Man, Gonzoe, is Wack still on the phone? I don't know if Wack went to get a better phone.
I'm here.
Okay. What y'all think about that fool? And we ain't going to talk too much about it, so don't go on it too long. But that motherfucker Lil Xan doing this in Park. And then now he's doing shows doing California Love. Doing shows.
Can I answer that first? Can I answer that first, man? Let me say this real talk.
All right.
I feel that any of these young niggas, you know, that's coming out here, these, you know, rainbow hair wearing motherfuckers and anybody else, you know, disrespecting Pac, calling Pac boring and calling Pac a bitch ass nigga. I honestly feel that they should be dealt with by the older homies, you know what I'm saying? And they need to be dealt with and it needs to be put on camera of these niggas being dealt with. Well, not even put on camera, but it needs to be known that these niggas was dealt with to the fact of, okay, this shit will never happen again because these young niggas is very fucking disrespectful to a legend that they will never sell half the records that this man has sold, and they will never achieve half the fame that this man has created. And 21 years, 22 years down the line, these motherfuckers will never be heard of again, or be has-beens, while this man, it'll be 44 years later, he'll be still this icon, this legend that's still getting talked about in colleges. So I feel that all the homies like Jay Prince handled this little rainbow head wearing rainbow colored head motherfucker went and shut his show down. I feel that all the homies should be going to shut these motherfucker shows down.
Yeah. And I don't even want you to speak on it now, though, Gonzoe, unless y'all got something real good to say, because I don't want to give this nigga too much credit. Well, he ain't a nigga, but this dude too
all
much
I got to say is,
Go ahead, then.
Okay. It should be handled. That's a good thing, because it needs to be handled, because these motherfuckers, like, I seen an interview with Lil Yachty. You know, he said he didn't listen to Pac's music, right? and he was talking about, well, I talked to the little guy, and I told him, you fucked up right now, but don't worry about it. They'll get over it, and you'll be cool. Look at me, I got over it. So what is the nigga saying? Nigga, these niggas ain't gonna touch you. Just right now, you get a little flat, and it'll be dead down in a couple of months. We gotta stop these little young niggas from feeling that they can say what they want to say about Pop. Be just respectful.
Let me break this down. Let me break this down real quick. On some real shit. Listen, these niggas don't really be feeling like this about Pop, bro. Let me break this shit down.
Okay.
All this shit came from inside of Complex magazine. You understand?
Right.
All this shit came from inside of.
Oh, I think we lost him. His phone went dead.
I'm about to drop out.
Yeah, that was Gonzoe. His phone must have went dead. He'll call back. Go ahead. So, okay, let's get off a little there because I don't even want to talk. I don't want to give that man too much credit. Y'all like
yeah, like I said, right? We will take care of it. We got to take care of it.
Yeah.
There you go. Enough said right there. Enough said.
Okay.
Yeah, we doing helping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So.
Let's give them what they want.
Exactly. So let's see. Let's ask some questions. I'm going to find some questions for y'all, and then we can. Oh, there you go. There go Gonzoe.
Yo, my bad.
Go ahead. We waited for you. Go ahead.
Okay, bam. Complex magazine. You got the nigga DJ Academics. That's up in there, right? Academics, you know, he's looking for a way to make more money. You feel me? So, like, you got the little young guy, the new guy that just said fuck Pop. So you got guys that say for 5,000, you come in there for 5,000, you get a DJ Academics interview, and he gonna tell you the best way to fucking get a buzz right now. Either you gotta jump on the fuck Tupac train, or you gotta jump on the they gotta think you gay train. Those are the two marketing tools that niggas is using in hip hop right now. So you know, it comes down to a point where these niggas this the one nigga from the projects, my nigga. He is saying anything to get out the project. You feel me? These niggas is trying to sell a record, a mixtape, and it's usually coming from somebody that's trying to sell that story. And 85% of these stories that niggas ain't really realizing is coming from DJ Academics. He's the one that's putting all these stories out. Oh, another person said Tupac. Fuck Tupac. I mean, come on, man. I've been on these interviews, and they'll set you up to say what's popular at that time. And the fuck Tupac train is very popular right now. So, you know, most guys, 98% of these motherfuckers didn't know Pac as we did. So 20 years later, you throw that into the equation of what a nigga really feels, and $50,000, they gonna choose the 50 bands. And this is where we at right now. You feel me?
And you know, like you said about the boy from the project, man. Y'all got people over there, man. He wasn't making no noise over there. So, you know, he's not humble. He doesn't have the respect because he grew up in an area with a whole bunch of niggas, and he's slightly different from him. Over there, he was pressing. He was hanging, but he wasn't pressing.
I don't know the man personally, Wack. I'm pretty sure you know more about the shit than me. But if you take a young nigga off the street right now with a hot ass mixtape and say, listen, I'm taking 35% of this motherfucker, and I just happen to work at Complex. He's going to look on MySpace, Instagram, fucking Twitter for any young insignificant nigga in a bad situation. This is how you getting all these. The other little young cat who was, you know, facing 30 years right now for robbing an old man. His mixtape blew up and went number one. Who was pushing it? DJ Academics. Like, come on, man. Like, this shit ain't rocket science.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
It's like sway everybody. I guess they say that to be like Supreme say sway.
Right. Like this is what I say right now, and I've always said this, and I got Charles on the phone, the Outlaws and the real Outlaw members there, and Bad Fro. My thing, I always say that when I go at Mr. Windows, aka Marble Mouth, aka Noble. My thing is, you're stopping a movement that Pac put in position and put into play. When he said the outlaws, we don't die, we multiply. That's not happening since Pac died. We see the same two outlaws on stage performing Hit 'Em Up and Hail Mary.
And when I'm going to interrupt you right there. And when Noble says that bullshit about that him and Edie are the only two outlaws, that's some bullshit. And I'll let y'all correct me if y'all wrong, but that's some bullshit.
That was bullshit. I remember when we met
around, even though Mutau took his shit to another level, this nigga owned a chain of coffee stores. That nigga just took his money and went and did what niggas supposed to do. And he owned a bunch of coffee stores. So Mutau is doing this thing. He don't need no money from none of us. Mutau doing this thing. And but let me just tell y'all this. Just like with the Dog Pound and the DPG and all of that, okay, Daz and Corrupt are the rappers from Dog Pound. But Snoop is a part of the Dog Pound. Joe Cool, who's an artist, is a part of the Dog Pound. So they got the whole thing. So just because they say Dog Pound, and those are the only two that we know with Dog Pound on the song, those are not the only outlaws. You had Storm outlaw. No. You had Nutsos outlaw. You had Wack Deuce outlaw. Even Gonzoe, even though he's a part of the group Caution, I don't know what it had, but I know he got tattooed. I know he got outlaw tatted on him. They allowed him.
Yeah, I mean, all of that. You're right. All of that shit was what Pac wanted. You know what I mean? We was all around. It was all Pac's idea. Noble came along after, like, late in the game, way late in the game. So for him to be having any say-so over this shit, it just turns my stomach because he know that nigga wasn't even allowed to talk. Like, nigga, why are you talking? Why are you even talking? Like, nigga, that was his role. To be the nigga that's pushing the buttons, it's inappropriate. That's just my opinion.
I honestly feel that Storm, Castro, Muta, Gonzoe, Wack Deuce, and Nuts. So I feel that you guys should all get together and form your own outlaw immortals. Just cause they're gonna be outlaws, y'all be outlaw immortals, and do y'all thing. And say fuck them. Let them have that shit that they doing because there's no new music coming off from that bullshit because they're constantly performing the same old shit. You know what I'm saying? Why is they perform? Hell, I don't want to see no old ass niggas almost 50 years old singing Hail Mary and Hit 'Em Up when Tupac ain't there and Gaddafi ain't there and Castro ain't there and Fiddle ain't there. I don't want to see Noble rapping Fable's part. Get the fuck out of here with that. There's a whole lot of younger outlaws out there that I've met, that Fable's brothers and everybody else, that why these guys is not carrying that torch. Pass the torch. Get the fuck on. Look at Kobe Bryant. When Kobe got too old, what he did, he passed the fucking torch. I'm gone. Well, all the way down to the back.
It never should have been on that. I feel like it
never should have. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like, of course, when you any type of a legendary group or any type of a legendary situation that you're touring and you're doing this presentation, you absolutely have to do what everybody knows. But you don't make your whole concert, your whole show based on that. You don't supposed to do. If ain't nobody know about the new shit, you know what I mean? If you don't present it, if you go perform all the old shit, you don't throw none of the new stuff in there, and you never go nowhere.
Right. Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, like, and here's another thing. Why in the hell is it every time I look around overseas, over in Canada, the UK, and Europe, why am I seeing Tupac and the Outlaws or Tupac's something with the Outlaws? Why in the fuck are you guys even still using Tupac's name and image to sell your fucking show? Kill that shit. You're supposed to be the Outlaws, motherfucker. We are the Outlaws. Get your ass out there and do what you got to do. That's my opinion.
Hey, real. That shit is easy to say. That's easy to say, but I mean, the whole thing is, them niggas, I mean, it's like you had guys like Big Sight, you feel me? Asking them guys, why in the fuck can we all do this show together? And how the hell are y'all selling Thug Life t-shirts on your site? Where my money at? Niggas made up excuse that Big Psych wasn't no outlaw, Storm wasn't no outlaw, she can't get no money. So it's all a money thing. Like, listen to me, bro.
Well,
no one came around to play basketball, nigga, at Snoop House. That's it. He didn't come around to be no rapper. We needed an extra nigga that day to play a basketball game. He just stayed around. That, you know what I mean? Like, so to have him calling the shots and to think that he gonna be fair about Pac's legacy, this ain't about Pac's legacy. This is about him.
And cool. And we don't want to bash Noble too much.
Yeah, man.
Wack got a relationship with him, and he wanna he gonna maintain.
I feel you.
And so
like I said, let me call out. If there's anything in the dark, it'll come to the light. You know what I mean?
Let me call out the Thug Life T-shirt situation. Why Noble was selling these Thug Life T-shirts and how he got the right to them. Because Noble, there's a company over in Europe that sells Thug Life. They sell Thug Life clothing. They got like over 48 stores in Europe. Over in Europe, and these motherfuckers is making millions off of the Thug Life name. And Noble and Edie is over there, promoting this shit and wearing the clothes, and they're giving them the clothes, and Noble them is selling this shit and making the people over here think that, okay, this is Tupac's brand, when in actuality it is not Tupac's brand. It was just these niggas over in the UK, not the UK, but over in Europe. This is actually their clothing line, and they're making millions off of it, which the estate had no idea that this was even happening and going on.
Wow. Yeah. It's a lot of shit happens that I've done so over here, but like I said, I'm in Compton, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? And like I said when I went to the Denzel show, I'm back around and I'm full force, full heavy because I'm tired of motherfuckers talking shit. You ain't got to take that. They must have forgot what they're dealing with. You know what I mean? So I'm here for it. But I've been hearing a bunch of shit that I ain't knew before, and a whole other shit. It is what it is. And like I told you, the whole world, it's more like a family situation. So niggas is doing for me, they can handle it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So did Gonzoe, did you and Wack ever do anything with Pac, or could tell us some stories about what y'all remember?
Me and Wack, we was we used to just hang out and do our thing.
I did something on Gonzoe album, me and Castro.
Yeah. Wack was on my first album that I put out. That first album that I told you that came out on that was supposed to come out on Priority, but came out on Mercury.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He was on that album.
Oh, okay.
That was my first solo album. Wack, one of my real you know what I'm saying? It's just all this shit is real history. You know what I mean? And
it is.
For people to try to throw the shit under the rug and discredit it like it didn't happen because they wasn't a part of the shit.
Yeah.
That's the only part that just turns me sour. Like, bro, like Pac didn't want it like that. Like, feel me? If he wanted it like that, he wouldn't have fucked with us. Period. So don't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That'd be like my only thing with the whole Noble situation. Yeah. Niggas Noble's on me and him and worked together in the past year. All this shit is new. You feel me?
Is that right?
Yeah. Me and Noble worked on my Happy Birthday album, the first song. That's doing hella well. You feel me? I sell hella those. Probably got 1 million views already on Spotify.
I didn't even know that, dog. See, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, we don't like everybody. We is what it is. Nobody ever had no issues with me in this whole outlaw shit. But niggas live, do what he do. Everybody do what they do. But as far as communication-wise, he talk all the time. Okay. So I know shit that I need to know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey,
right.
Gonzoe, Wack, tell us about Gaddafi. A lot of people are talking about Gaddafi. Tell them how you was out there kicking it with him and stuff for a minute out in New Jersey. Just tell us.
Crazy ass nigga.
Gaddafi, beyond New Jersey, me and that nigga used to run around like run tough. Me and the move, you know what I mean? When we first got together, he's kind of out spiritual. He's fun nigga, so he do a lot of jokes and shit that I got a tight. But I can tell you our situation with all of us. We was in the mall in the Beverly Center all the time, right? And it would be two niggas looked like they was following us. Which I know where I come from. You know what I mean? What the fuck you gonna do? They following us? So we walking. We get to the food court. I still see them. I was just like two looking niggas, right? What the fuck are they doing? Man, the niggas gonna try to flag me down. So now I'm really thinking some gang shit going on, right? So I start feeling, what's on the world? And he's like, yeah, come here. Oh, I'm coming, right? So I'm like, hey, that's my bad, dog. We walked over there, boy. It was psycho. Somebody else, like, no, you could not be moving to the way outside that ball, man.
Oh, okay. Gonzoe, tell us a story about with Pop. Because whack your phone is terrible, man. They on the board.
Yeah, man, look, man, I'm about to go, man. You got my phone. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell a story that.
Okay, whack
out.
All right, I'm out. I'm gonna call you with my phone charge, man.
Okay, thanks, man. You know we'll be on. We're gonna be on the show about 9 o'clock, so.
All right, good.
Appreciate it. Okay.
All right.
Real.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, go ahead. You can chime in whenever, but go ahead. We're gonna make this the Gonzoe show. We're gonna just tag team Gonzoe until he's ready to go.
Let's do it. Go ahead, John.
Man, I'm just a funny story was one time we was on the pot.
Joe, you can help me with the board if you see any good questions too for Gonzoe.
No problem. No problem.
We was on the All Eyes on Me tour, and Pac was in first class, but he wanted to come back in the back of the plane where everybody else was.
Is that off the plane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
and you know, Pac gave his first class seat to somebody, and you know, he came in the back of the plane, and you know, things just got turned up. We had alcohol on the plane. We snuck alcohol on the plane. We had a fifth of Hennessy, 2 bottles of vodka. That's already illegal. And, you know, they asked us to give us the alcohol. So we gave them a few bottles, but we didn't give them all the alcohol. And, you know, one thing led to another. And they stopped
the plane over.
Yeah. We were supposed to be going to Dallas. We landed in Raleigh, North Carolina, and was stuck.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
That's when Sharita was mad. That's when me and Suge and a couple of the homies, we took the money and we took the private plane on. We snuck out on them. And
that was crazy.
Sharita was like, "You
stuck in the airport."
I was like, "Oh well."
Yeah, that's just funny as hell. I mean, but that's tour life, man. You gotta love it.
Yeah. Hey, tell us about the meeting inside Sugar Room with DJ Quick security. You can tell about that one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it was a situation to where after we had done the Superdome and DJ Quick security was he should have told him to chaperone us. He was hungry and wanted to walk to McDonald's after the show, and so we walked to McDonald's and shit got crazy till we was like hopping on cabs and shit.
Jumping over the car.
Yeah. And dude basically got blamed for the shit. You know what I mean? Got his ass.
But the funny part was when Quick was like acting like he was slapping him or something like that, acting like he was hitting him.
Yeah, that shit was just funny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Quick was acting like he was hitting him to the point where Suge got pissed off. You feel me? It was like, let me show you how to do it.
Yeah.
Hell no. Hey, Reg, somebody asked Reg, would you think about becoming a manager?
Hey, real, don't you be reading off my voice, but I don't answer some of these questions. No, after you ask Gonzoe.
No, they won't shoot, nigga. They asking, have you thought about becoming a manager?
No, I'm still on the music side. Like I said, I still do a lot of work with E1 Entertainment, and so I can't deal with the artists. You see how they talk to me when they get mad, so I can't deal with the artists. The artists is cool. So I try to help them out. Like me and Gonzoe, we're gonna try to do some stuff, and
we definitely gonna get some money together. Like Red's talking all that shit about he don't want like it. It's just when people got a knack for things and talk to people and make things happen, those are the type of people you want to be in business with. Fuck the bullshit.
Yeah. Just there more. I was the police once, and but you know, I'm still a man. I still got.
Right.
Grew over, went to school and stuff with the same schools and stuff all the niggas in my hood went to. So
right.
What? Just because I was a cop, I was on both. No, I wasn't
right.
I was a good dude. I was a cop though. So yeah, I was a cop. That don't mean I can't talk to white people, right?
Yeah, I mean,
shit, I know how to talk to them.
The music industry is a different monster. You know what I mean? In the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Big dog.
I definitely get some money with you on in the music industry.
In fact, we got that out right now too. This other situation that you came up with. Anybody y'all have any relationship with damn, what's that nigga name?
The nigga name is Bosco.
Bosco
100.
Bosco 100. Reach out to us somehow. Get a hold to us. Email us. Hit me or Gonzoe on Instagram, Twitter, or something. Because we got a proposition for you we want to talk to you about. So. Yeah,
man, niggas gonna, like I said, you feel me? We still gonna talk as men.
Yeah.
But when there's some money on the table, you know what I mean, and it could be a play at hand, I'm not gonna be no hater about the situation. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give everybody an opportunity to make their own decision. You feel me? So.
Exactly. We can put it out there. It'll always be about dollars and cents. That's what all of this is supposed to be about. That's what life is supposed to be. That's serving God and making money, taking care of our family.
Yeah. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second.
Yeah, so if y'all don't know that, your life's supposed to be about serving God and then taking care of your family and living a good life. That's in my opinion.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Go ahead, Real. You got a question?
I'm
Brainwash. You keep brainwash. You keep hitting me up. I hate y'all know how to get a hold to me. Y'all just start going off on me about why I ain't asking your question. But your question was Red Rum. Shit, I don't know Red Rum. Shit, just like everybody else. They went by the wayside after we either we was fucking with them or we wasn't. But Red Rum was a good dude. He was working on the album every Sunday. So I know John is the one to ask for that because I'm sure John knows a lot of his music and got a lot of it archived. But E1 is, for some reason, is not trying to put out no music right now. They're just working the catalog. Mm-hmm. And me and John Go ahead.
I'm glad you said something about John.
Mm-hmm.
John,
yeah.
Is it true? And I heard this. So Reggie told me is best person would know the question. The answer to this question would be you. Is it true? Because I read that there was enough, like 12 to 13 unreleased tracks for the Machiavelli album that were in their original forms, producers and tracks still the same, was untouched, unstripped, and then E1 was going to put an album out, lead them songs in their original form.
Machiavelli?
Yeah, from the Machiavelli album.
Let me say this about Tupac music, okay. And I know this because I the one did it. All of Tupac music in the settlement agreement that we did with the estate, with the Tupac estate, Interscope was supposed to be at the intermediate.
All right.
I took and turned over Edie and a bunch of the outlaws. We all went to Skip Taylor one day. I had security there 24 hours for about 2 weeks. And I had Hutch, and I had a whole bunch of people. But anyway, we had to book out the studio for 24 hours a day for like 2 weeks. And we listened to all the music. And we turned over all the music to Interscope, which is supposed to be like the third party that was going to hold all the music. And so we Death Row shouldn't have any music but what we called like side artists, when it was like OLCD featuring Tupac, or Bass featuring Tupac, or Snoop featuring Tupac. That was the only thing where Tupac was a feature on. But everything other than that was supposed to be turned over to the state. So if John heard any music other than with Tupac alone, he got it from a CD, or we messed up. But I think where he get most of his Tupac knowledge is from, just like all of us, just from bootlegs that got on the street. So John, could you answer that better than I just did?
As far as the legality stuff, I don't really know that. I do know when I did go through it, the masters were still with Death Row stuff, Reggie, like at Pacific Idol. They were all still there. So I don't know.
Was it what other people on it?
No. Like literally
with him by himself.
Yeah, a lot of it was the solo
by himself. That should have been turned over to the state.
Yeah, and maybe they were in the process of doing that. But so what I really went through mostly
in 97, 98.
Yeah,
this was supposed to be done in 97, 98.
But the majority of what I went through was DATs and tapes. And to answer your question, Raul, as far as the Machiavelli stuff goes, there's nothing that's unheard. You know, the only thing that was completed and finished and wasn't released.
Hey, Jay Ross, we know that's you, legend. We know that's you.
Which one? Which one is it?
Jay Ross.
Jay Ross. Okay. But yeah, it was just like Watch Your Mouth, and then When Thugs Cry. It wasn't anything that no one had ever heard before. So I get puzzled myself when some of the producers say they recorded 20-something songs for Machiavelli. And that's not to say that they didn't. I'm just saying on the Machiavelli work DATs, there weren't anything other than what the internet has heard.
Yeah, Brian Watch, Big West and Dick Griffey, I know them as well, but if you're trying to say something that's fake or false, how can somebody that I knew in 1990, not me, I'm talking about Shiv knew in 1990, can verify what we're saying that happened in 95, 96. Because Big West wasn't around like that much then. So, but if you just saying shout out, then that's cool. Big West was a good dude. You remember? You know that I know about him. Because you remember that fine-ass Soul Train dancer? That was his girl. So if you know I know that, you know I know a lot about Big West. All right. So, yeah. So, yeah, John.
Man, this dude, John, what's his name? John Moore, riding you real hard, right?
What's his name? Yeah, I get him too. Ronald McDonald. Read what he's probably saying. I ain't read it, but I bet you he on me. But anyway, they be on me, so it's all good. You know, I got more. Like you said earlier, that if they ain't hating on you and they're not haters, then you ain't doing nothing. They hated on Jesus Christ, right?
Right.
Goddamn right. The best man that ever walked the earth. So,
anything you do, anything you gonna do. You can't be loved by everybody. If you loved by everybody, then you're doing something wrong, goddammit. You're doing something wrong. You gotta have that negative and positive. You gotta have the haters and the love, to love what out.
Yeah. Hey, Karma, I was going after 2000, 2001, well, really 2002. So anything that happened then, that wasn't on me. But I would have made somebody clean it up. I wasn't into releasing stuff in bad form. I just see changes and all of that stuff. That was really redone. That was done. Pac never heard that song before in his life.
You have a phone number with her?
Yeah.
So Gonzoe, what else? Brian Watts, I appreciate it. I hear you, bro. No disrespect. I appreciate it, bro. I just didn't know how that was coming. Because usually people ask me questions like that, be trying to throw something at me. But yeah, Big West was a good dude. Big West and not so much Dick Griffey, but Big West and Al Heyman. They the ones gave Shiv his breaks with the Scream tour and stuff. So he helped Shiv out a lot with his start. A lot of people give Chocolate the credit for it, but really it was Al Heyman and Big West, and then later on Dick Griffey. Dick Griffey is the one that taught him about the game of owning his masters and stuff like that. Gave him the studio at Solar Records to rent out. That's where you always hear the guy Virgil Robertson interviews, giving interviews and stuff like that, talking about the Solar days. So they did good things for him. But Al Heyman is the one that gave Sugar's break as far as security and stuff and getting around Bobby Brown and Albie Shore and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Max, we got a question for you.
Okay.
Nick B asks you, how can
can anybody verify what day Tupac picked up his euthanasia medallion? Did he only have it for a few days?
Not a few days, because he definitely had it in New York. As y'all see, man, D Block came up with a nice video that I hadn't saw when he gave an interview at, right after the MTV Music Awards. Y'all can tell he changed shirts and put on one of the popular ass Death Row East T-shirts that was out. Tupac was wearing it. That was the last thing he wore in New York. So you New Yorkers definitely should want one. But anyway, he had that shirt on, and he had that euthanasia chain on his neck then. So that was the first time I really noticed it. So it had to be during that week, or he waited to break it out. But the MTV Music Awards was the first time that I saw it. But it was a new item that he had just gotten. So I believe the MTV Music Awards.
How much that damn medallion hit for?
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but I wish I still had it, because the gold alone. Well, now that I know about his memorabilia, it probably was sold like the BMW trying to sell. But I wish I wouldn't have took that to the mama if I was such a bad guy. But I wish I would have asked her for it. She probably would have gave it to me. God, dog, it was. But I did deliver that to his mom, so his mom did get that. That was one of the things that she did get. Yeah.
So. I know that motherfucker looked like it was heavy as hell. That medallion looked heavy.
That's why I said it's worth the money, because you remember how gold about 3 or 4 years ago? You remember when the price of gold went up?
Yeah.
Gonzoe, you still there, baby?
I know.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Reg, what happened to that? What happened to that piece?
We'll give it to his mom. I delivered it to her about a month and a half after he passed, when everything settled. I took her to the W Hotel in Westwood.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I took it to her at the W Hotel. Yeah, she
Yeah.
got it, but it left it in that form. So I hope the family still has it. It was left, with the blood still on it, and some blood spattered on it and stuff like that.
Yeah. From what I know, she still had it. It was in a safe deposit box at a bank.
Okay.
And she had it put away there. With the blood still on it in a plastic bag.
Yeah, Gonzoe, they went on Scratch 42069 when they asked you about you're gonna explain the song Dumpin' and the Life I Lead session. How was those sessions with Pop?
That session was dope. It was me, myself, Nutso, Daz, and Corrupt, and Pop.
Okay.
And like I said, it was around the time where I had got the priority deal. So, Daz was in there. Basically, everybody, we was in there trying to cook up my little death row portion of the project, because that was one of the contingencies of priority giving me the deal which Sharita had hooked up. You feel me? So we was basically in there working on that, and through the midst of Ice Cube shutting that down, I basically lost those songs because Mercury wasn't willing to pay for the songs, you know what I mean? So Pop kept it, it just ended up in his catalog, or it ended up over there still. So that's how that shit happened.
And you probably can answer this. And Robert Torres, right quick. Yes, it is Al Heyman from the boxing. If y'all don't know, a lot of y'all are still young, but he used to do all the Superfest, the Budweiser Superfest. Our parents in San Diego. That's where he made his money. Every year in San Diego, it was like the Essence Awards, where they just went to San Diego for a weekend, and he did something called the Budweiser Superfest. It was real big in San Diego, but that was my parents' thing. So, and I'm 50,
right.
So I know that. So y'all got to be 50 for your parents to know about that. But that's where Al Heyman made his start from, and then he did started doing, like he did the Scream tour, which that's what Suge always laughed. He said Al Heyman is full of shit. He said I remember telling them that he named the tour the Scream. And then Al Heyman took credit for it in a meeting, and he said, "Man, that mother took my credit and didn't give me no props." But anyway, Gonzoe, they always ask about the bow down situation with Pac and Q. Did Pac ever talk to you about that? About some situation about Q talking about bow down or something like that, where Pac was supposed to be upset with him?
Man, you know what? It's funny that you say that, man, because that was like one of those underlying situations that was kind of over my head. Okay. But them niggas, I knew that it was tension because just the things that, messages that I was told to tell one another, and you know what I mean? Like, Q would be like, man, why you hanging out with him? And his wife would come out the kitchen like, yeah, he used to sleep on our couch, brother. I'm like, damn, they hating on Pac like that? Like, damn, everybody not happy to be selling all these records. And, Sugar tell me, tell Q, I'm going to pull his drawers up his ass. I'm like, damn, let's go.
Now, Gonzoe about to get mad at me. But this is why I should fuck with Caution. Caution had a single out that was hot as a motherfucker. I think it probably was number one, definitely number one in the urban chart. But, even in the top 100, it probably was up there if it wasn't number one. But what happened was, Suge had learned from Jimmy Iovine. I don't know if y'all remember Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit was, what was that dude from the group, Limp Bizkit? Fred Durst or Fred something. But anyway.
Yeah, Fred.
Jimmy had learned that you make the control guys, when they hide with another label, you give them a producer deal. So they have an artist deal, so you give them a producer deal. And so he was fucking with Really Q with the young hot group that he had, which was Caution. And he was going to give Caution a producer deal. I don't know if you remember that. He was going to give you some type of producer deal. And also Suge's manager. And that was his way of being like, okay, they can't do nothing with y'all. That's how you take your artist. And he had learned that from Jimmy, the control.
Shit, I wasn't mad. What happened was we was like complaining, like, bro, how the hell, like, we need some bread, like, you know what I mean? We came off the All Eyes on Me tour, and now we have made some money on that tour. So we like, nigga, now we getting a taste of this shit. And, we looking at Cube like, how is it that we getting all this money with Death Row? We not even signed over there.
Yeah.
So Suge was like, okay, I hear the grumbles in your stomach. I'm about to really get y'all some money. So then that's when we came with the Jackie Chan shit, you know what I'm saying, with the Super Cop soundtrack, and got us the 150 dance.
Okay.
And that caused a huge problem because now we like, nigga, like, what? I'm not showing up to no Cube meetings, nothing. Like, that's over. Like, you still trying to give us $2,000 and I'm spending that at the steakhouse.
Yeah.
I'm cool, bro. So,
Let me say, so you saying that Q was mad that Eazy-E and Jerry Heller was fucking him, and he turned around and fuck his artists. That's what you trying to say.
I'm saying that he only knew one way to do business at that time, of how it was done to him. So, of course, he's going to replicate what was done to him. So, I wouldn't say that he tried to steal money from us, but what he did do was set all his stuff up and didn't tell us how to set our stuff up. And, that money just went to a reserve account or wherever. Like, we just now getting money from 20 years ago. And the story was the Grand Theft Auto game. So, we balanced out, and I'm happy that we got it now and then because now I get to spend it now. Opposed to then, it would have been gone. Everybody else walking around white around the mouth. You know what I mean? Like, so God works in a mysterious way. So Cube ain't a bad guy. I feel like he was doing things that out of emotion then, to now he got so much money to where he could be fair now. You feel me? And here's a little extra.
Yeah.
So, he ain't all bad. I need that parachute as well.
How did his wife it appears from the outside looking in that his wife had a lot of control over the situation. Did you feel that way, or did you feel like most of the stuff really came from you?
I feel like she was a major part of the decision making. You know what I mean? In terms of she had the trust of her husband, and he trusted his wife. And they make a lot of decisions together, opposed to other. I feel like other wives ain't really involved in their husband's day-to-day business operation and the decisions that they make. But she show up to the office with him. Like she's at the office and probably more than he is. So.
Yeah. Well, and they still together, so it must work for them.
Yeah.
They raised a beautiful, like some good young men.
It works.
Yeah, so it works.
You don't never hear him getting in no trouble or none of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I know he made a character, Reggie Wright, when we was kind of feuding with him. But it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I used to get him and Sugar on the phone a lot together because he needed some studio time. I came down a few times. I got him on the phone and they worked stuff out. I think after the caution situation happened. Yep, Tim Donner, what your woman calling my name out or something? You coming at me? What I do to you, bro? Tell her to stop calling out my name when.
I don't have any more
facts. So I mean, I just almost bought the Carrie Underwood yoga sets for my girl. I bought 2 sets. Got to the counter. My man said $360. I said, yeah, right. Paying her $300 for her to sweat in. Crazy. But yeah, man, blessings to y'all, man. I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
run with that. All right. Well, we appreciate you calling in, Gonzoe, and just so y'all that didn't hear, anything that's out here, we good. Me and Gonzoe are good now. We're gonna make some. We're gonna get on the phone later on to wrap a little longer. But appreciate your time, Gonzoe.
Yeah.
And, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Thank you.
All right, bro. Be comfortable.
All right, real.
Okay.
I know, my brother.
All right. So we're gonna make this 313 Bomb First, Reggie Wright, whatever show round. We can ask us any questions. Y'all got any questions for real?